Let's cross down to Canberra now and catch up with the National Senate leader, Bridget McKenzie. Good to talk to you, Bridget. Gee, when you see the factional warlords playing out in Labor and the nuttiness from the Greens, it just shows how the coalition, to be frank, have let the side down by being decimated at this election. You guys have to put up a strong case, a strong counter-argument for common sense and the rule of law and a market economy in this country.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have to learn the lessons from the election, make sure that we regroup and have a viable proposition at the next election and spend the next 3 years exposing the failures that we know are coming under Anthony Albanese and his partners in the Senate with the Greens. Your package just earlier, Chris, outlines just the breadth of issues that the Greens have, I think, anti-Australian views on, and that your viewers here tonight would not be wanting to see that type of legislation and that type of culture pervade the majority view here in Australia. So we'll be pushing it up to them each and every day going forward.
Now, your leader, David Littleproud, has been down in Albury today, meeting with the Liberal leader, Susan Lee, of course, the part of the world you know very well. This is a place where the Liberal Party was founded as well. So it's kind of apt, but they're really there because, of course, Susan Lee faces that horrible personal trauma with her mum in end-of-life care. But they're thrashing out a new coalition arrangement. Now, it sounds like you Nats want a lot more out of the Liberals because you've performed so much better comparatively. What sorts of jobs, what sorts of extra numbers or more important jobs are you after?
Well, Chris, I think we need a coalition agreement that reflects the reality of the election. Yes, the coalition had a really bad showing, and these were collective decisions that Liberal and National Party leaders and organisations made. But the reality is, on the ground, when the dust has settled, that the National Party did comparatively extremely well. The Liberal Party, as the electoral math shows, really struggled, particularly in capital cities. And we believe that a coalition agreement has to be mutually beneficial to both parties, not just the Liberal Party. And that's the conversation that David and Susan are having right now. As Howard always said, the maths is the maths. We now hold over a third of the House of Representatives seats in the coalition, and that means that we should have a more serious, amount of portfolios, not in number terms, that's determined by the calculation, but in terms of the types of portfolios. Yep. It is true that in 120 years, the National Party has held economic portfolios in the past, and given the weight of those type of challenges over coming years, I would have thought that those are the types of things we need to be talking about. And David will be having those conversations with Susan, along with the types of policies that we think are non-negotiable.